A very good morning to all. Welcome to the webinar on Enhanced VMware and Hyper-V Data Protection with Vembu VMBackup version 3.5. My name is Manoj and I'm here a part of Sales Engineering with Vembu Technologies. I'll be hosting today's session, and I do see the attendees are quickly trying to join the session. So let's leave a minute for everyone to get joined and then we can go ahead and get started. Thank you. Hope all the attendees have joined the session, so we can go ahead and get started. To start with, let's have a quick intro on the company profile. Vembu Technologies is founded in the year 2004 and we are a private company, profitable since 2006. We have 4,000 plus channel partners and we reach more than 60,000 businesses so far. We are headquartered in Chennai, India. 70% of our customers are from North America, 20% from Europe, and the rest 10% from Asia Pacific region. Vembu BDR Suite is a one-stop solution for all your backup and disaster recovery needs, catering every requirement of small and medium-sized businesses. It has a group of products bundled together, and they are Vembu VMBackup for the backup and replication of VMware and Hyper-V, Vembu Image Backup for the backup and bare metal recovery of physical Windows servers and desktops. Vembu Network Backup is a backup solution that you can do granular file folder level backups and backup of applications like MS Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Active Directory, Outlook, MySQL, etc. Vembu Online Backup is purely a cloud-based solution where you can directly back up the data to our cloud, Vembu Cloud, which is on secured Amazon environment. And with Vembu Online Backup, you can do granular file folder level backups as well as application level backups like Exchange, SQL, etc. And Vembu SaaS Backup is a backup solution for SaaS applications like Office 365 and Google Apps. So adding to those products, we do have some more add-on products, and they are Vembu Offsite DR that helps you to have a redundant copy of the data from your Vembu BDR backup server to an remote data center or an offsite data center, so that you can set up you can keep an additional copy of the backed up data on your remote site. And Vembu Cloud DR helps you to set up a hybrid cloud environment where you can replicate the additional backed up data copy to our cloud, Vembu Cloud, such that in case of a disaster where you can directly perform a disaster recovery from the Vembu Cloud. And Vembu BDR 360 helps you to do 24/7 monitoring and manageability, where it helps you to monitor your multiple BDR servers from single pane of glass. So this actually helps you to do a better manageability and monitoring of your backup servers and environments. And Vembu Universal Explorer is an agentless software that helps you to do a granular level recovery of the applications like Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Active Directory from the image level backups. Let's say if it is an Exchange from the image level backup, you can even do a mail level recovery using this Vembu Universal Explorer utility. So why we need Vembu VMBackup? So backing up the virtual environments have become typically more expensive and also been difficult to manage. So it requires fundamentally a different approach towards the backup methodology. So Vembu VMBackup is exclusively designed for virtual environments like VMware, vSphere and Microsoft Hyper-V by the experts in the industry. It actually fills the purpose with a best-of-breed in technology, where it provides a manageable solution in an affordable cost to back up the VMware, vSphere and Microsoft Microsoft Hyper-V virtual machines. That not only backs up the actual virtual machines, but it also ensures that during the backup it is backing up the applications residing inside the machines are backed up intact, and optionally it also provides to do an cloud disaster recovery from the backup. So to get deep into the backup and disaster recovery, we need an understanding of what is an RTO and RPO. Recovery time objective RTO is like with Vembu VMBackup you can achieve an RTO of less than 15 minutes. So it is like how much time taken to recover a machine after the disaster, and we can achieve an RTO of less than 15 minutes with various levels of recovery, such as instant virtual machine recovery, where you can immediately spin the backed up machine as a virtual machine on the backup service hypervisor, and you can do an instant file level recovery, and instant application level recovery for Exchange SQL SharePoint using Vembu Universal Explorer, as well as with live VM replication you can even do instant failback and failover. So together, which you can achieve an RTO of less than 15 minutes with Vembu VMBackup. RPO, recovery point objective, is like up to which point you can recover the data after a disaster. And Vembu offers a near continuous data protection without affecting the production data center, because it has an automated backup and replication scheduling mechanism, and the backup frequency starts from every 15 minutes. So by this, at any point of time, you can ensure that you can achieve an RPO of less than 15 minutes. And at any point of time, the backed up data should be recoverable. If not, the backups are worthless. We have come across several scenarios where, while trying to perform a disaster recovery, the admins will realize that the backed up data is corrupted, and eventually they end up in data loss. To avoid such scenarios, we have integrated something called backup verification, where Vembu has an ability to run an automated backup verification for all the backed up VMs. So this backup verification runs post completion of every backup schedule or once in a day, and during this process all the backed up virtual machines are booted up in the backend, and the screenshot of the boot screen will be captured and that will be sent to the administrators via email. So as an admin, you can simply take a look at the email and the screenshot, and you can ensure that all the backed up virtual machines are bootable, good to go at any point of time. And how we can achieve all these RPO, RTO and efficient backup verification means that is because of the file system used in Vembu BDR. Vembu BDR has its own file system called Vembu Hive, which is designed to effectively manage the storage repositories of large size storages. It is basically a cloud-based file system where it supports advanced use cases like it has an inbuilt version control, error correction, compression, deduplication, encryption mechanism, and it can automatically scale up or scale out the storage devices, and it supports and the best part is, like, this file system can easily be implemented in any type of hardware where it could be a SAN or NAS or a direct storage, whatever it may be. And there's been a migration between physical to virtual, virtual to physical, or between hybrid virtual environments like VMware to Hyper-V or vice versa. And these migration plans are inbuilt in Vembu solution, where Vembu supports instant creation of the VMDK VHT raw files of the backed up virtual or physical machines, so that you can instantly perform P2V or V2P or V2V migrations using Vembu VMBackup. To get deep into the Vembu VMBackup architecture, as you could see, the most important software component is the Vembu BDR backup server, where you have the storage connected. And Vembu VMBackup is like a proxy which communicates with the VMware and Hyper-V environments. It will back up the data to the Vembu BDR backup server. And from there you have two options, like optionally you can replicate the data to a remote data center using Vembu Offsite DR, or alternatively you can also replicate the data to our cloud, Vembu Cloud, using Cloud DR. And Vembu Portal is where you can manage all your licenses and billing information. So whatever the license needed for Vembu BDR backup server will be automatically supplied by your Vembu Portal account, using which the backup server is registered. So here, this is how actually the Vembu VMBackup performs the backup and replication of VMware. So this is purely agentless, where you no need to manually install an agent inside a ESXi server or any other VMs. You can directly add the ESXi server details on the Vembu BDR backup server itself and configure from there. And once when you add the credentials, it will have a proxy communicate with your VMware ESXi server through vCenter. So it will communicate, and it will read the information of all the virtual machines, and it will back up the virtual machines from the storage repositories to the Vembu BDR backup server. And the data will be encrypted and compressed on the fly. Only the encrypted data will be received on the backup server, and again it is stored in the storage repository as compressed and deduped with Vembu Hive file system. So the same when it comes to Hyper-V, similarly the Hyper-V is also an agentless with Vembu BDR, where you can directly add the Hyper-V host server details on the Vembu BDR backup server. It supports Microsoft Windows 2008 Auto, 2012 and 2012 Auto, backup multiple VMs in a single backup job, or there is also an option to create multiple backup jobs within a group of VMs. Vembu VMBackup Hyper-V has efficient CBT drivers for Hyper-V, where this CBT drivers ensures that there is a high performance incremental backups being done. So when compared to the initial full backup, the incrementals will be very less in size, where it only captures the changed blocks inside the backed up virtual machines. And this hot backup ensures zero VM downtime, and the VSS aware technology is integrated to ensure the application consistency, to back up the applications residing inside the Hyper-V virtual machines intact, and it also supports the Hyper-V cluster shared volumes. So these are all the deployment scenarios for Vembu VMBackup, where the simple deployment is like, let's say if you have only one or two VMware or Hyper-V environment, you can directly add the VMware ESXi server credentials or the Hyper-V host server credentials on the Vembu VDR backup server, and you can directly configure backup and manage backup and replication from the Vembu VDR backup server console itself. That's a simple deployment. And let's say if you have multiple VMware or Hyper-V environments where you want better manageability with the dedicated agents for each environment, you can even install the Vembu VMBackup agent on the specific environments, such that you can configure the backups and manage the backups from the specific VMBackup agent web interface or web GUI, so that you don't need to get confused with multiple VMware ESXi or Hyper-V host servers from the single console. You can have dedicated agent consoles for each environment. This is a kind of distributed deployment achieved with the Vembu VMBackup. So these are all the major features I have highlighted regarding the Vembu VMBackup. Now what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna show you the live console of how Vembu VMBackup works, looks like, and how we can configure backups of VMware and Hyper-V using Vembu VMBackup. So this is the single standalone productor console of Vembu VMBackup. Let's say if you want to back up a VMware vSphere, just navigate to backup for VMware vSphere, and since it's purely agentless, you can directly add the VMware vSphere credentials on the server console itself. So you need to provide the ESXi server or the vCenter's host name or IP address, the user access credentials to communicate with the VMware, and once it is added, it will just get listed on the VMware backup configuration page. So I have already added one from my test bed. Let's say if I want to back up the VMs from this ESXi server, I just click on backup now. So it will just go ahead and pop up all the virtual machines inside that ESXi server. The proxy will goes and reads the information on the VMs inside the ESXi server and gets it listed here for the backup. So I'm gonna choose what are all the VMs I want to back up and click next. So here I can ensure that the RPO of the backup job, how frequently I want to run the backup job. So you can even run the backup every 15 minutes. So you just need to select how frequently you want to run the backup, and then configure the retention. This is like how many restore points you would like to have for the backup jobs. You can even do it up to a maximum of 99, and all these backups are application aware. Let's say if you are backing up an Exchange server, a virtual machine which has an Exchange server, so you just need to back up the virtual machine, but also it also ensures that it is backing up the Exchange server inside the virtual machine intact, so that we can even perform an Exchange granular recovery from the virtual machine backup. So to ensure that option, we need to enable the application aware settings. So once when you enable it, while running the backup job, it will also check whether the applications running inside the machine is consistent or not. And also, as we are aware that the Exchange logs are typically huge in size, and those logs are sensitive information, you can even truncate the logs after successful completion of the backup from the application itself by enabling this option. So here you can configure the application aware option, and once it is done, you can simply review whatever you have configured and add a schedule name, and just clicking on run the backup, you can directly start running the backup. So this is a very simple wizard and straightforward, where just by a very few steps you can immediately start backing up your virtual machines to the Vembu VDR backup server. And when it comes to Hyper-V, everything stays same. Instead of adding an ESXi or a vCenter, you'll be adding the Hyper-V host server credentials here, and once it is added, click on backup now. Similarly, it will just list all the virtual machines running inside the Hyper-V host server, where you can go ahead and pick what all the VMs you want to backup. So once when you pick it up, just select how frequently you want to run the backup, the scheduling option, and retention. And you can also enable the application aware for Hyper-V as well. So you can simply review the process, and you can provide a backup name and start running the backup. So these are all very simple and straightforward process to perform the backup and disaster recovery of VMware and Hyper-V. Also, there is a 30 days of full featured trial available for the product. So what we recommend is like you can directly start evaluation of Vembu VDR and VMBackup by downloading the product from our website, and we'll be happy to help you with any assistance when you start the evaluation. And we believe you'll feel more comfortable when you directly have your hands on to the product. And again, this session is recorded, so if anyone of you need a recorded copy of this session, you can always write us through email by the email addresses listed on the screen. You can write us at vembu-sales@vembu.com. Also, you can write us at vembu-support@vembu.com. You can directly call us at the numbers listed on the screen. For more information on our products and features, please visit our website vembu.com. So once again, thank you all for joining the session. Have a wonderful day.